Right now, we're going to go ahead and take the cotton picker on back to the farm. We got to take both of these, and then we got to transport both, or not both, actually everything for the peanuts back to the main farm as well. It's going to take a little bit of time to get everything back to the farm where it should be, out of the way. We got all 4 bales down over there done. We're happy. Next thing we went ahead and did is on field 43, got the worker working on that field. On top of that, I plan to get him to start field 3 here pretty soon, and that's probably gonna be the main field he works on for me for right now. Well, we just gotta go ahead and wash the old girl off. She looks really nice, especially after that long harvest of cotton. We can finally put her up for the year. So there is a couple of ideas that I do have. I personally wouldn't mind eventually upgrading to a better combine, but for right now, I'm just going to use this old set that we have. They're nice. I like them a lot, and they're cheap to maintain and run. If I went and bought a big one, the new ones, and it burned down tomorrow, I would be replacing a $600,000 to $800,000 machine. Not worth it. There we go. We'll shut her off right there. Now we got to go get the other one and bring the buggies home. So it's going to take me a little bit of walking back and forth. Another thing I'm doing for these cotton pickers is I'm pulling them into the shed and replacing or repairing their paints and repairing the machines themselves. Everything gets fixed and then washed off. So this to kind of explain like how badly this stuff is costing me. Repaint is $32,942, and to just repair a little bit of stuff needs to be repaired is a $491 bill. It is expensive to do this, but I'm glad we made so much money so that we can repair the machines. We'll go ahead and wash this one off as well. Got to make sure to get down here near the traps, get all the spindles clean. So one big problem with these kind of combines is this box right here is very, very prone to catch on fire. I've seen it happen myself many a times. You just got to take what you can and understand it and make sure you're always keeping the cotton out of there, because cotton pickers are really likely to catch on fire because it's like dealing with wool. So they're pretty much dealing with something really, really flammable. Both the pickers are home, so now let's get the next job. And by next job, I just mean next piece of equipment. So those are all 4 of the bales we have over here. We're just going to take this cotton picker home. We are going to actually end up selling one of the module builders, since this is the one we mainly use this year. We know there's nothing wrong with it. It's probably the one we're going to sell, actually, because we put more hours on this one than we did the other one. I was looking at the hours on each one. The other one has less hours, and I just don't think we'll need to. Well, let's find out how much this thing's gonna be and costing me. Probably not as bad, but I'd imagine it'll still be out there. Yep, and 15. It is what it is. But she's fully repainted now. We ain't got to worry about that. Okay, everything that should be back at the farm is back. We're taking this truck and we're going to go get us something new for the farm. So a buddy of mine has been trying to sell his old International for months now. I've been trying to buy it for months now, and I just haven't had the time to run all the way over there to go look at it and pay for it. Well, I got a little bit of time before I need to start harvesting some corn, and I'm going to go look at it. I think it's time for us to start thinking about upgrades for the farm, and a nice little utility tractor would be really nice to have, especially next year, because I plan to do a personal garden next year, and we can probably use it for the personal. 2 more bales out there looking fine as wine. We definitely didn't get as much cotton bales as I thought we would get this year. We got enough though. We definitely have some upgrades I want to do to the farm. We're going to start with some simple things and escalate it up to where we actually are upgrading a lot. Like, one major thing I want to upgrade this year is probably buy a little bit more land and get more of that as well. A little bit more land is pretty much to make. Good Lord, did they just let everybody out? Pretty much. All right. Yeah, there's my buddy's house. That's the old tractor he's talking about getting rid of. He's been trying to get rid of it for a long time. So he doesn't have a way for me to kind of pull up in there. So I'm gonna have to go over here in the ditch. And by in, I mean, I'm gonna turn around real fast and shut the truck off right here. Let's go take a look at it. Well, this is what he's selling right here. He's selling this old tractor right here with this little cultivator. So basically he uses this to kind of pull around his garden. It's a nice little tractor. It fires up. I do like the fact that it has a cab. So if we wanted to, we can make this into the auger tractor, which would be a really good idea, especially since we're about to do corn. So I think we'll shut that off right there. It fired up really nice the first time. It's really clean looking. Also comes with a little disc right here, and my favorite part, this little seed drill. So we can do little seeding around here and there. So let me go talk to them, see what we can get for pricing, and push come shove, we'll figure something out. Negative $30,000 later, we got a tractor. We're gonna take this old girl over out of the way and start working. So we gotta load up the piece of equipment first, and once we get everything loaded up, we should be good. Well, we got everything loaded up but the tractor. Ended up having a buddy who had a forklift around. We kind of used it to put it on top of the trailer nose, and we're just gonna use our telehandler to get it down. Finally got it on home. It took a lot more work than I thought it would be get this stuff home, but it's home. We can now start to worry about some stuff. So we're probably going to put the garden like right here in this area, and most of it will be corn, most likely, and a little bit of it will be peanuts. Just little crops like that is all we're going to pretty much do. And honestly, any amount that's left that we don't personally eat, we're probably just going to still run it through the picker, because we don't have a picker right there. Depending on what we plant right there, probably won't be corn again, so we'll probably pick peanuts. Now it also does help to have this right here. So one thing I've thought about getting into a lot more, and that is oilseed radishes. Kind of doing a cover crop on some of these fields may not be the worst idea. They're cheaper, you get subsidies for doing them. It's something I've considered doing. But the main reason we went ahead and bought this today is I need a tractor I can pull all the way over here, flip this old girl around like this, back it on in there, and grab the header with. There we go. Now we can kind of take it on right here, park it up there near the cornfield, because we only got one cornfield this year that we're actually harvesting with the harvester. So we're just going to pull this right here and kind of see what we get for yield. I'm not expecting the highest yield in the world out of this field, but we'll kind of see what we get. Gonna park this right here for a little bit. Now we'll run down there, get the combine ready to go, and we'll probably get the grain cart. Before I get the grain cart, I gotta get duals put on that tractor. One of the two tractors we use for peanuts, we're gonna put duals on just to make our lives a little bit easier to pull the grain cart with, and we'll pretty much figure out which one it'll be here in a second. I want to make it 4 duals all the way around. All right, we'll go and batten these up right here. I usually try not to run 30-inch duals on this. I usually try to run more of your conventional tractors, which is your, I don't know. I really don't honestly know what it is. Probably about 15. I'm not sure. No, what are these? These are not 30. These are 60s, I think. Now I'm wondering, like, I'm about like 90% sure like these are set up for 60s, not 30s. Hold up. What are these set up for? Oh, it don't tell me. That's a big dual. Like, I don't know. You guys can all correct me down below. I know this is what we normally try to go with, but this tractor don't have that kind of setup for it. It only has the really wide girls available. We went ahead and pulled both semi-trucks down there, put them on those trailers, have them ready to rock and roll. All right, so we actually have to pull this all the way back so that it doesn't mess with the headlands, because once the first headland goes in, then we can kind of pull it on over there where the first headland was done. We're probably going to get 3 headlands done on this field just to make sure that we don't mess up anything. So now we can go ahead and get into this S760. Just fired up, ready to go. Monitors are on. Now this, I'm familiar with. I know how to do this like the back of my hand. We can get this done real quickly and knock out this field. And then hopefully, corn harvest is done. Go ahead and slow this down, and we are eating some corn. So while this actually is going, I'm gonna drive down here, and we're really close. Actually, I probably shouldn't need both semi trucks. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this system down here kind of set up. There we go. That should honestly work a lot better than I think it will. Turn around right here. And so what we could do is have the grain cart come over here, fill it up real quickly, pull it over, unload it, and there we go. We're putting it directly into the bins. Now with this hill being as steep of an incline as it is, we do need to be careful pulling the grain cart. Shouldn't need to be that careful, but we do need to be somewhat careful so we don't accidentally break something going up it, because this is really heavy. Oh yeah, it's getting a lot closer than full of what I thought it would be, honestly. Yep. All right, get this still for a second, unload it, and it should be able to continue on around. It made it a pretty decent chunk, but it'll probably make it to the end of here, like to right in this area. So we'll stick with it depending on how much it unloads. Unloading on the go, or trying to at least. I'm trying to unload it before it gets to this area where I'm gonna have to definitely. Yeah, it's trying to pinch me way too close to this gate. I'm gonna have to let him go for a little bit and catch him during the open areas. I wish we had the thing where you can see both sides, so like I can see how like full he is, and I can kind of gauge like how long I need to sit here. All I got is pretty much looking at his hopper from over here. Okay. He's done, and we pretty much got a full, oh good lord, yeah, we're just got the full-fledged that all the way down. Start applying some brake a little along. So pretty much we got a full grain car out of that. We might make some good money off the corn. Back this one right here, fill the first hopper, then we'll fill the second, and then we'll go back up there to that harvester and figure out what he's doing. Yep, so I didn't do multiple rows. It only did, or headlands. It only did one headland. Now it's going to start doing the straight up and down passes, which means it's going to be a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to go ahead and get him to stop. We're going to do the rest of this in a live stream later on Saturday. Thank you guys so much. Low appreciated me and the entire family. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.